Real wins you can't force, you can't take them. You have to let them happen. So this was a big week of revelations for me. A few things up front. The wave is how I do my phone, so it starts recording, and the fist bump is how it ends. New upload day for me is going to be Fridays. No more separate playlists either. It's going to be one weekly vlog with real photos and footage plus some AI clips where it earns the drama. June 1st, I'm going to pick up my trailer, drive 2,000 miles. It's going to take at least 3 days. It's going to be on a Monday. I'll be documenting that trip back, reflecting on that video on Friday, on June 5th. Going forward, every 7 days we'll recap the revelations and revolutions of the week before. So speaking of recapping, let me talk about this channel, the whole channel up until this point. My plan from the jump was the same trap as my too intense founder routine. Too complicated, stressful, not what I really wanted. I was confident and excited. I forgot to be calm and to breathe. Thoughtless actions, built a routine. I wanted to quit on day 2. I got way too ahead of myself and had to rebuild. That's a blunder. Another one, I tried to split this channel into 2 or 3 different playlists, a business series, a pop culture commentary series, different containers. And I now see the videos that I really want to make to express myself, combine the ideas from business, pop culture, all of life really, meshes these ideas, and we look at them in new perspectives, in new ways. That's the videos I want to make, talking about my experiences, my books, everything I encounter and consume that proves to me my path. So, speaking of proved paths, Musashi, the writer of the Book of 5 Rings, he says, do nothing which is of no use. And that's exactly what I forgot. I was doing things of no use in the name of trying harder. I was trying harder, doing extra, doing more work. The samurai knew better 400 years ago, Musashi did. For this video, I want to talk about a game that I grew up playing with my dad and how it came back into my life and changed everything. I grew up without the internet. There was no computers around. The internet existed, but it wasn't in a lot of homes at that point. What I had was video games with like the campaigns, solo, mission mode. I had board games, and I had TV. Some of my favorite things were UFC and chess with my dad. My dad never went easy. I was a kid, I didn't have any real expectation to win. I was just learning, having fun, hanging with him. I got a kick out of beating the kids at school though, who didn't really know the game very well. Got to teach them a little too. But then smartphones with keyboards came out. Xbox Live party chats came out. And there'd never really been a way to connect like that before. It was in everybody's home, or most people's at that point. And it consumed me for years. Until summers at Camp Tuscarora for the Boy Scouts in upstate New York. Board game time, we were at chess time again. This was board games with the Boy Scouts, was me playing chess with them, and I was pretty rusty, but I could hold my own. And I got to teach some of the basics there as well and relearn myself. It's a good experience. Fast forward a couple more years, I'm full-time now, getting towards the end of high school, busy working. I stopped with Boy Scouts. I stopped playing chess for sure during this time. And it was almost a decade that had gone by before anything significant happened with chess. The only flickers were, listening to Joe Rogan podcast. He says, MMA is like a 3D chess match with dire physical consequences. Even then, I didn't have any deep thoughts about it, hearing it. I just understood what he meant. Then, after that almost decade of career travel came to a close, I moved back home to upstate New York. I wanted to reconnect with the area and the people. I got invited to an old high school friend's MMA match. he was competing. I showed up, I saw his gym logo on his hoodie that he had there, and it was like a handful of chess pieces. I thought it was so cool. I was wicked amused, flabbergasted, if you will. This is the beginning of the path. Watching the UFC growing up, the chess in the background, hearing Joe's 3D chess line and kind of having that kicking around in the back of my head, all the pieces started to come together as I watched my friend walk into the ring. I wasn't watching a guy I kind of knew plus a random guy fighting. I was watching two challengers, each prepared to fight to the best of their ability, every variable considered, stepping into a ring to determine the winner. At the end, my friend's arm goes up, and that's when it hits me. He didn't win the last 15 minutes. He won the past 8 months of training. He came to the fight and did what he was prepared to do. He let the events of the evening unfold after he had prepared. The whole thing was intoxicating, but I'm 28. You know, I love that feeling, but I'm not going to be pursuing a career in MMA or making it a big part of my life. But I did want to have that feeling in a way that suited to my life and my goals. I don't want to miss out on the opportunity to get into battle as I'm a young man. For me, chess was that answer. I hadn't played since chess.com got invented, but when I found it, I was wicked thrilled that it existed. Play anyone, anywhere, anytime. That is like a dream come true growing up, you know, just getting beat by my dad all the time. So I made an account, it's called Toking, and I hopped in there. I was almost giddy, thinking about some noobs. I was gonna own everybody, and that's when I realized, okay, maybe I'm not as good as my entire life has led me to believe up until this point. I'm actually quite terrible. And that's where this revelation cracks open even further. So, first game, I actually won it. I got wicked lucky. My giddy attitude and winning spirit were maxed out. I was feeling good. And then I lost probably 10 games in a row over the next few hours, and that giddy turned to grumpy. Every loss made it worse. And one of the most horrendous, terrible losses, it broke me. Grumpy turned into slightly frustrated if you will. I decided I'm gonna play one more game. I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm gonna get a W. And then I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go to bed, and that's the plan. I'm gonna give it everything I got. Get this W. I lost faster than the previous horrible game. I stormed into the bathroom. I perched myself fiercely on the porcelain throne. I was stewing about how ridiculous it is to be this upset over a game. So sitting there, I couldn't help it though. I was so frustrated. I could not make that feeling go away, and I just started thinking. Like last week, I noticed I had that pressure. It felt like a wall was built in front of me, and to get my video out last week, I had to push through it, and I did push through. And back in the bathroom, I pushed through, and I stood up, and I left the bathroom, and I was thinking about that last week, and you know, pushing through the video, getting the video out, and decided I'm gonna keep going. Chess is beating me down right now. I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna try to roll this frustration off my shoulder. I said, I'm gonna rock and roll. That's what I'm gonna do. A few minutes later, a few minutes before, I was thinking like, I'm not even gonna play any more chess. And now I kind of got a little bit of thunder. I kind of just thinking about my success of pushing last week. I'm gonna try it again, and that gave me a little bit of confidence to get going. And if I didn't do that, that would have been the serious blunder. I probably never would have continued and played another game ever. But now I'm sitting down, win or lose, I'm just here to play. So while I am still frustrated, a little bit, I'm doing everything I can, reminding myself, brush it off. I play game after game after game, never expecting to win, just hoping that eventually I could lose and not be so frustrated, not have that building. After a handful of more losses, the frustration level actually did start to subside. And after that, a beautiful thing happened. It was one fateful game. I still lost it, but it was a real battle. It felt like, I was in it. There was nothing else to think about. I didn't win the match, but I won something more valuable. I won the realization of the revelation that started with the flabbergastation at my buddy's gym logo when I went to watch him fight. Even though it felt amazing watching that game unfold, even though I lost, it felt amazing watching that game unfold. It was way better. It trumped the initial feeling that I had, that initial good, giddy feeling. That feeling was nothing compared to this feeling even after I lost, but it was just an immersion into the battle. It's fantastic. And at that point, it felt like the Pandora's box was opened up on this. I started to see deeper into the interconnectedness of everything, how the right mindset can change it all. An MMA match, a Fortnite battle, a Rubik's Cube, a puzzle, many things are functionally the same as the game of life. Practicing life through these games was sort of the heart of the revelation. I eventually won a chess match after all of those losses. It was 1 a.m. I was alone in my room. I got the inklings of that feeling from watching my friend in his fight. Obviously, I'm not really there and winning an MMA battle in real life, but if I could win a tournament, maybe get better at this, I'm just getting towards that feeling. I was watching my buddy fight. I wanted him to win, but there's nothing that I could do to actually make him win. I don't believe anyone actually wins anything intentionally. The harder you try to win is a paradox. I think that real wins, you have to work for them and then let them happen. My first win that night I was playing chess was a forced win. So I was giddy, it was a lucky win. It didn't feel like the real thing. Thinking about this, I started to ponder, how does one win without trying to win? I started to view my chess matches like I was viewing my friends fight. I wanted to win. All I could do was watch. Now, in this evening playing chess, when I was sat down at a chess match, I'm ready to just do my best and watch the match unfold. Like a puzzle, the picture becomes more and more clear as each piece is placed. All the things chess relates to, two of my favorites are the MMA and the Rubik's Cube. The cube starts scrambled, the chessboard starts clicking. The same concept, it's a starting position, but it's opposite surfaces of that concept. So at the end it's the same idea, it's the same concept, but just on two different sides of it, where the cube ends up clean, organized, put together, and the board is usually more chaotic and scrambled. This makes me think, going from the start of anything to the end of anything, even if it looks different, you can use the same methods. Even when they look like opposites, we just have to change the way that we're looking. So in chess, the opening is a race for good position and dominance. You need to establish your starting position while your enemy is trying to do the same thing. There is many ways that this can look. So on the cube, there is the white daisy. This is a good beginner starting position that you can try to go for. You gotta find the white cross pieces, place them around the yellow center. That makes the daisy. From there, we rotate the white petals of the daisy 180 degrees until the white daisy has the white center. This creates the white cross. Now we flip the cube. We're getting oriented here. The white cross faces down. Now we know where to look to find the white corners completing that bottom layer. We know right where to put them. This completes that bottom layer. Chess has a similar shape. Whatever your opponent plays, you're building your white daisy in your own style. You're building what you know is a good place for you to be, where you can understand what's happening, how to protect yourself, and how to attack when that opportunity comes. So once the scene is set and the beginnings are complete, you orient, and then the next steps will begin to reveal themselves to you. Most people can't just pick up a cube and solve it. Without the know-how, it's almost impossible to solve that. And I remember being a kid, working the best I could. I could maybe solve one side, and I try to show people just that one side. Yeah, that's what kids do. That's not what we want. We want to solve the real pain. So this really reminds me of MMA. There's no hiding there. Plenty of people feel like they can fight, and they feel like they're all tough and everything, but if it came down to it, probably not going to go your way. It's the same thing if you pick up a Rubik's Cube without any experience either. Maybe you could fake it if no one's really watching. It's the same idea. You're never going to be somebody in chess either. I don't care if you think you're so good, whatever, like I did, or in a fight, if you think you're Bradley Martin, a tough guy, whatever, unless you put in the work. Bradley Martin is really good at social media. I don't know if I'll ever be at his level of gyms and social media and all that stuff, but working and keeping the right mindset through all the ups and downs, it doesn't matter what you do. If you can lose and stay calm enough to learn the hidden messages, you're gonna start to see the path unfold, like it did for me at that chess table, and like it does in all of these other things. You find these hidden messages and you learn new things, you improve. The stress of failing is the leading cause of failure, right behind not even trying at all. A clear mind, even in a loss, equals nuggets of useful information that the rest of the mind usually keeps hidden if your mind is not right. It's up to us to be in a place to see them and to capitalize. The same thing with your win. Your heart's pumping, your emotions are rising, negative or positive. It's hard to stay in the moment. It's, again, two sides of the same coin. It's, again, two surfaces of the same concept. Over emotion puts us in our heads and out of the moment. The moment is where we live life. That's where life, love, and lessons are. It is where the secrets are that everyone walk past them every day. So many of these gems, these nuggets, these secrets. And without these challenges that cause emotion, we never have to work out our remain in the moment muscle. Meditation is a great way to train this muscle. With real meditation, especially with no guidance, no work, no training, it's hard to do. But you can practice that by breathing through the heavy ups and downs of whatever you're doing. You're never going to solve a cube if you get halfway and you get frustrated and put it down. So we need ways to do battle that do not result in death. Many of the ancient warriors who lived long lives left behind stories that are still worth something hundreds or thousands of years later. Like today when I read them in books such as The Five Rings or The Art of War. These are masterpieces, just gems written down. Imagine if we were all warriors, learning lessons like Musashi, surviving year after year of battle. It turns out humans have known this for a long time. The guy who wrote The Art of War, Sun Tzu, he wrote, "If you know the enemy and you know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles." That's my friend's MMA fight. 8 months of knowing himself, reading his opponent, walking into the ring, he already won. It was already meant to unfold in that way due to the events that happened before. In the same chapter, Sun Tzu wrote, "The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting." That's 1 a.m. chess win for me. That night I'm fighting. I stopped fighting and I just let it happen. I stopped forcing. It's the same lessons, it's very different consequences. Thousands of years apart. It seems like it is an inevitable thing that happens. With business, it's the same logic. I'm building my white daisy for my business right now. I finished the Boss V1, the base organizational storage system version 1, a tool for collecting, organizing, and recollecting any file or piece of information that matters to the company. All this research and prep is one thing. It's establishing a good starting position for the company. As new pieces come into the play, we will know where they go and knowing where to look for them, and we will put them where they need to go the moment that they rise, because we've been expecting them, even though we don't know what they are. So, gonna be 2 videos before the big Texas trip. First is gonna be where the business is at. We'll be hitting a stopping point before I focus on preparing for the trip down to Texas. And the second video before I leave is going to be the Friday night, right before I leave. That video will be about the preparation for the drive. Follow along as the picture comes together. It's going to be a wild ride for a long time. Thanks. Peace. Didn't stop. I gotta do a fist bump. Yeah, there it is.